The funding for this video is provided by the amazing members of my Patreon. Also contributions from viewers like you. Thank you. Yeah, I started from PBS Kids. What you gonna do? Fight me? Anyway, roll the video. Hi. If I could change the world, I'd make us have world peace, but also Halloween every single day. And that's what got me in this fuck shit. Trust me, you'll watch the video and you'll understand why I made that damn Mean Girls reference. Hey y'all, it's Harriana. I'm back with another video. Hi, hello, how are you doing? My name is Harriana and welcome to or welcome back to The Pirate Ship, also known as Harry Hook's Pirate Ship. I'm the captain. You are not my first mate. I don't got no first mate because you want to know why? Bring y'all ear close to the speaker so you can hear me clearly. Nobody's worthy of being the first mate. But hi, hello, how are you doing? My name is Harriana and I like to make content based on nostalgia and family and children's entertainment and all the issues that I find within those spaces. Today's video isn't really going to deal with either of those things. Today's video is more so about a story time, but we are going to be focusing heavily on the subject of small businesses. I don't want this to be a video that is about Black-owned small businesses because let me tell you, as someone who has interacted with numerous small businesses over the last 3 years, I'd say, it's not just the Black ones that y'all be complaining about being unprofessional. It be the non-Black people of color, but a lot of these white little small businesses, they be unprofessional too. So I'm just gonna throw that out there. But I just want to talk about an experience that I had with a Black-owned business, but just a small business in general, and just the problems that I had with that and what y'all could take away from this, because I told myself I did not go through all of this bullshit for nothing. Let me make some content out of this. This is my YouTube channel. Before I would do commentary about media and such, I would just get on here and just tell story times and whatnot, and a lot of you guys actually really like my story time. So yeah, before we go further, I do want to just talk about some housekeeping rules real quick. They are important to this video, but also they just have to do with my brand. I would like to apologize first of all, because me leaving YouTube for 2 weeks and then posting a video like this is a bit little disrespectful. I actually had 2 videos that are looking to be close to an hour or over an hour long. One has to do with the character Megara, both from Greek mythology and the Disney version, and the other one just has to do with how we as a society view dead women and how we treat them in real life and in our work. Because of this situation that had been going on, but also some other things personal matters that are not really my place to talk about, neither of those videos ended up getting finished. The first one, that is just, like I said, it's not my place to talk about what's going on with the Dead Woman video, but also with the Megara video. Once I got started on it, that is when all of this other bullshit happened, and I just kind of been having a really hard time thinking. I've been on and off with school and whatever the fuck. So yeah, those were the videos that I actually had planned, and I have been taking my time with them. And when I say taking my time with them, I have been wanting to take a little bit of a break with YouTube and have a little bit more scripted type content over here, because usually a lot of my videos is just me just getting on camera and just talking about whatever that brings me some type of interest or disgust or frustration. But yeah, when I can get those videos out, I'll get them out. I have the first 7 minutes of the Dead Woman video up on my Patreon, and that was supposed to be finished, but it just didn't. So people know that that video is coming. The ones that are on my Patreon know it's coming. I was supposed to do a Patreon only Q&A at the end of that video too, just as well. It might be at the end of the Megara video because that video is looking like it might get done before then. So yeah, throwing that out the way too. Because I was going to announce this in my other videos, but like I said, it's my fucking channel. I can talk about what I want over here. I'm having a clearance sale. Everything is 55% off. It's to celebrate Women's History Month, but basically I am adding tons of new stuff to my shop next month, and just to it's a lot more new Disney stuff. It's more so of the Disney heroines, I say, and I am adding some Jujutsu Kaisen stuff. Yay, I'm super duper excited for that. And you guys have been wanting me to add more Jujutsu Kaisen stuff because you guys really like the Nanami bonnet. And I'm also adding some Death Note stuff, so I'm super duper excited. I will get around to adding some like Aizawa inspired type things, because I really been wanting to add some stuff from Neighborhood Story. I haven't wanted to add some stuff from more Penny and Stocking and whatnot. I really been wanting to add more stuff from like my childhood animes that I really enjoy. But moving forward from that, I am having a clearance sale. Everything's 55% off with a $10 minimum. You have to have $10 in the cart worth of stuff in order to get the discount. So 55% off. Everything must go. Everything that's currently on stock at the site, it gotta go. It gotta go because I'm making way for the new stuff. Okay, second thing is I'm having a garage sale. I'm having a garage sale on Mercari. That is where all my products are listed. And basically a lot of the items that I have over there are just stuff that I no longer wear, barely have worn, or just items that were just taking up space in my room. I've been doing a lot of spring cleaning in the house lately, and this is just shit that just kind of needs to go. It's stuff that I do love, but it's just like, you know what? New life, new year, new season. It's like, hey, you can sell some of these things to make space for, like, you know, just other things, or just making space in general, because it's just all this stuff just taking up space. So yeah, it's on Mercari. I have everything very much reasonably priced already. A few of you guys have bought some things off of that already, and thank you guys so much. I deeply appreciate that. Now let's actually get into the mess that I have collected you all here. I know I did like a long ass intro for this one. I've been trying to stop doing these, but it had just been a minute since I haven't been on my channel, and I just needed to, like, you know, tell the reason I ain't been here. If this is your first time ever watching me, this shit don't matter to you, because you're just like, girl, what you talking about, huh? But if you are a regular of mine, you know that my upload schedule is not like this. I usually be on it with like weekly uploads. So okay, so today's video is more so going to be a story time, but talking about the subject of like black owned businesses and just small businesses in general. Like I said, this isn't strictly a problem with just a black owned one, because like I said, there are numerous other non-black owned businesses that are not that good when they are functioning. I could test it. But today I just want to sit here and talk about how when you want to give a small business a chance, you want to be a part of something, you want to be more involved with the community, and how that can just, like, you know, not be that great of an experience, but also like using your voice is important. But also this is the story time too, like telling my feelings about all of it. It was like what made me actually want to say this. So I'm gonna talk about it briefly. I'm not gonna say the name of the community organization. We're just gonna call it a community because that's what I refer to it on my blog. I have a blog on my website, by the way, harryonahook.com. The link to the post will be down below, but the name of the community will be in the blog post below. But in this video, because I don't need her trying to make me take down this video completely, absolutely fucking not. I don't need her trying to make me take down the video, but also I'm not even gonna say her name, so I'm just gonna refer to her as the owner, and I'm going to refer to the brand, the group, the organization. I'm just going to refer to it as the community. So long story short, I had brought to you guys attention that I had left this community last February, and I posted it on my Instagram story, but I also posted it here on my YouTube community tab. And basically the main reason I did that is because I have been very open with my involvement with this community right here. I would post them all the time on my Instagram page. I mentioned them from time to time on my YouTube channel. I would mention them in my videos, but then I also mention them on my YouTube community tab too, just as well. So the main reason why I just felt like I needed to, like, yeah, I'm no longer a part of this community, so if you guys don't see me with them no more, that is why. And I just left it at that. I was like, I just am no longer a part of it. We parted ways. It's no bad blood here. It's done. And this was made in February, and I felt like I was like, yeah, come forward and say something so people won't, like, you know, wait, aren't you in that? No more. So I actually was kicked out around the end of November. It was around November. Was it December when I was kicked out? I'm pretty sure I was kicked out in December 2023. And when I was kicked out, I was mad, but like I just kind of like left it alone because it just wasn't that serious. And I personally think I need to be just focusing on my brand anyway, and not trying to help somebody run their own because they can't do it on themselves. So yeah, I'm throwing shade in here. I don't give a fuck. So yeah, like I said, I was kicked out in December, But February is when I like basically made a post saying, hey, I am no longer a part of this, and I just left it alone, because I'm the type of person that doesn't like a mess. I'm not the type of person that doesn't like to be caught up in drama and whatnot, because it's stressful. It is straining on my mental health. I have too much going on right now in my personal life to be like just going back and forth and bickering with people. I just can't do it. There's a lot of things that I don't look at no more. There's a lot of stuff that I just don't care to watch anymore. I've been doing a lot about protecting my peace this year, so this entire situation just kind of like made me. So like I said, I was just going around minding my business, just focusing on my business, just focusing on my brand overall, and just taking care of the things that I needed to do. I was taking care of new cosplays. I was actually getting ready for certain panels that I had to present soon and all of that. I just been doing me, just, you know, doing the usual Harryana, whatever Harryana does. Someone was like, hey, so the owner is saying that they kicked you out because you were being destructive. So that's basically what they had told me. And I was like, wait, what the fuck do you mean being destructive? Because that was not that. That was not being destructive. I don't know what the fuck she talking about. Like, that was not being destructive. So that pissed me off, but I just told myself to leave it alone. But when I realized that not only was she lying about me, she was also lying about numerous other people. And I just was like, you know what? You pick and choose your battles. But when I realized that there were numerous other people that were just too scared to like speak up about this person and the stuff that they have done to them when they're involved with this community and whatnot, I thought that sharing my story is like important here, okay? And I'm just gonna sit here and say, you hurt yourself. You hurt yourself. Like, you know the song Beyonce got called Don't Hurt Yourself? It just pissed me off so much because I was just like, I was quiet. I left it alone. We parted ways, and I was like, it's done. Okay, it's over. It's in the past. Leaving that shit in 2023. But then you lied about me. So I'm like, you know what? Let's tell people the real story about why you kicked me out, but also not why you kicked me out, other reasons why people didn't want to be associated with the community, and also why just overall nonsense. It's fucked up. Let's go. So this is more just so the long version of it. I would say the version that is on my website, on my blog, it is the Spark Notes, the smooth version. It's more of the smooth version of what's going on here. So this is more so like the long version, the more detailed version, I'd say. But if you guys kind of want to see my expressions with this, you would see. You can tell that my voice is a bit hoarse right now because this shit had me so pissed off today. I was crying and yeah. So moving forward, I decided to join this organization in September of 2023, but I had learned about them in the summer of 2023. So mind you, I knew little to nothing about this organization. Mind you, when it comes to like certain communities and whatnot that I consider myself to be a part of, like I consider myself to be a part of the cartoon community here on YouTube. I consider myself to be a part of the small business community just as well, Black-owned small businesses community. Get your words together, girl. The Black-owned small business community just as well, but also I consider myself to be a part of the art community and whatnot. So I really wanted to get more involved with the cosplay community, more so in person, more so like, you know, with other people that are, you know, people of color that enjoy dressing up. That is why I said me wanting to make it Halloween every day is where I got caught up in this. I love dressing up. I love just like the art of cosplay because cosplay is an art to me. It is a way that I love to express and whatnot, but I also really love, you know, arts, animation, pretty much everything that I talk about on this channel. My channel is pretty much dedicated to like, you know, praising and critiquing the arts. So I wanted to, you know, talk to more people in person about these things that I like, you know, enjoy. And I followed a few pages and whatnot of like, oh, you come to this event in the community, you come to this event here, yada yada yada. And I was like, okay. So mind you, I don't really know anybody. The only people that I really like hang out with when it came to like nerdy stuff and whatnot would be my friends that live out of town. So I didn't really have like friends in the city that I am in to like hang out with and go to events and stuff like that. And there will be certain events that I would want to go to, but I didn't really have nobody to go to with them. So I went to this event, and this is where I ended up meeting the community, and this is also where I ended up meeting the owner. Now, this is something that I ended up learning later on about the owner, is that this person specifically kind of scouts out people that have like smaller followings so they could use to their advantage and whatnot. And I had no problem with meeting the owner, but I feel like she had no idea like what my follower count was. And mind you, I'm not somebody that thinks that I need to go and brag about my follower count to like, you know, be fucking respected. I don't like that. But there are a lot of people that have like 1,000 followers that I follow that make good stuff, and then there's people that have hundreds of thousands of followers that make good stuff too just as well. It doesn't, your follower count doesn't determine like, you know, your worth as a creator. Put a pin on that. But like I said, I don't feel the need to like tell people what my follower count is or anything like that. I don't know. And I'm always know that you can be humble. I go to places where I walk in a building and nobody knows who the fuck I am. Okay? I don't expect to go to places and think people are gonna know me. That is why anytime I meet one of y'all, it shocks me to find out y'all know who I am. I'm like, wait, you be watching Lil on Me? Lil on Me? But anyway, I was cool with her, had no problem with her, but then like she followed me on Instagram, yada yada yada, and you know, I have no issue with this person. Mind you, I knew little to nothing about this person, mind you, because I didn't really know much about the, you know, the cosplay community, like, you know, at like more so conventions and events and stuff like that. I was more so involved with like just cosplaying on my own and just like posting my pictures and videos online. Like actually the people in person, Moving forward, the community. If I say the cosplay community and the community, two different things. The community, the one that is owned by the owner, we're gonna go into more details about this. So later on down the line, I would start to hear people say things about this one particular community, and I would be like, wait, what's wrong with the community? Mind you, I am ignorant is bliss. Ignorance is bliss. I literally knew nothing. But people would just be like, oh, I would hear like people say bad things about the owner. I would hear this and that about the owner. I would hear this about the owner. I heard that about the owner. And I would be like, oh, okay. And I just like thought nothing of it, because like at the end of the day, people are always gonna be talking shit about you. That reminded me of something that Emily Ratajkowski had said when I was listening to her podcast. She was like, somebody had asked her, how do you stay humble with being famous or something like that, and she was like, people are always going to be talking shit about you. Mind you, I'm not famous. I don't think I am. I'm just somebody that posts on YouTube. I'm just somebody that creates shit, okay? Like if people recognize me, great, hello, but I don't really see myself as a celebrity. Like somebody had said that to me and I was like, really? But I think that's part of the reason why I kind of like carry myself the way I do, because I'm very humble when it comes to just like my entire brand and whatever, and the way I like carry myself in situations and whatnot when it comes to like in-person events where I know I'm gonna be like surrounded by other content creators and such, and entrepreneurs just as well. So I was starting to hear bad things about like the owner, and then I was just starting to hear bad things about this community just as well. So I was just like, ooh, did I make the right decision? Yada yada yada. But a note on it that I'm only speaking about my experience. I think it was important to mention that I'm not talking for nobody else. I'm just talking about my story. So yeah, we got that straight. So it's like as time like slowly starts to go on, it's just more and more like fuckery that is coming along the way. I keep hearing people like be like, ooh, like that community, ew, gross, whatever. And knowing that most of this behavior was coming because of the owner, and a lot of people just have, let me say, the owner has burned a lot of bridges with people. Let's just go ahead and say that. A lot of people don't like interacting with this one person. They have a lot of issues with them. Professionalism is one, put a pin on that. Mind you, I was just so ignorant to it all. I was just like, oh no, I'm a part of a community, I'm so happy. And like people would be so surprised when I was telling them I'm a part of a community, because they're like, you are in that? So it just like shocked them. And basically like everything kind of like started to hit the fan around the time of me being kicked out. So around the time of me being kicked out, that is when I was starting to learn the truth about this owner. This is when I found out that she would be talking a lot of shit about me. She would not just be talking shit about me, she was talking shit about the other like women that were in the community just as well. She was just very, very like nasty behavior, but also the way she was acting towards my brand very much hurt me, I'd say. And I was just like, from one black small business owner to another, I thought you would have been a lot more kinder about that and a little bit more understanding, but she did not. But basically the situation that happened with that is that we had the photo shoot for my shop, and like, you know, when you have your small business, it takes like a community and whatnot to, like, you know, be able to have your products out there and be able to get, like, you know, the photos you need and yada yada yada. That's another reason why I have been away from YouTube, by the way. I've been busy taking care of the new inventory for my shop. I mentioned that earlier, but I just been so busy taking care of that stuff. I just have, you know, had to neglect YouTube, and I love YouTube so much. It's my everything. It changed my life. So I was like super duper excited to shoot with this community because this was the first time I wasn't really gonna be in a photo shoot for like my shop and all that. The next photo shoot, I am gonna be in that one, but I'm not gonna be like super duper in it, and I can't wait for that one. I can't wait for you guys to see it. But anyway, moving back to this photo shoot, I was like, you know, excited. I wanted to, like, you know, yay, I'm finally getting these pictures, yada yada yada. But everything looked like sunshine and rainbows on like the outside. But when I found out that she did not want to, you know, like, she was just not fucking with it. She was not fucking with it. She did not want to shoot. She did not want to be there. She did not want to help me with my stuff. And I took offense to that because I understand when it comes to the subject of modeling and whatnot, you're going to get like jobs and opportunities that you're not necessarily all that interested in and whatnot. But like, baby, this is just, you know, it was very much nasty behavior. It was very much nasty work. I would let you know that. I understand, like, when it comes to like the more so professional modeling industry, you are gonna have shoots and days like that where it's just like, oh my god, what is this, yada yada. You're not necessarily gonna feel everything that you get. That's just like the life of being like a freelancer. You take the jobs that you get and just go on with that. But they were just being super bitchy about it on the other side. So I was just like, okay, so you disrespect my business. You disrespect my business, and I never did that to yours. You disrespect my business. I found out you was talking shit about me too behind the scenes, over here calling me bitches and hoes and whatnot. So yeah, and she wasn't just calling me that. She was calling other members of the community too that just as well. So moving forward, I ended up finding out some information that she had said. This, like I said, this was a lot of the stuff that I was finding out about her, which really made me just be like, okay, you know what, I'm parting my ways. I'm not even gonna try to like talk to you no more and work with you, yada yada yada. Absolutely not. This was something that really upset me because if you're familiar with me and my work, you know that I am very much against bigotry. Y'all know that my channel, like, the main goal of my channel is to like help you guys learn. I try to help you all learn in more entertaining ways just as well. That's why I like when I'm teaching, I can't even say I'm teaching because I'm not a teacher. I'm still in college. But when I get on here and like talk to y'all and help you all like learn a lot of these things, I use things such as anime and Western cartoons and shows that we watch growing up to help you all learn these things. I think the best example of this would have to be the video that I made about total drama, and I ended up teaching you all about like the history of fetishization, specifically fetishizing like white men fetishizing black women and stuff like that. So you guys know that I'm super duper big on education, and this does show a lot in my blog too just as well. And like my shop is more so like the fun stuff that I love and this and the third, but my blog is like also like a lot of my thoughts but being like a little bit more informative. So if you guys have watched other videos that I've made about like misogyny and like, you know, just feminism and this and the third, y'all know that transphobia is something that I don't stand for. Absolutely fucking not. Nope. It is something that I don't stand for. Trans women are women. Anyone who identifies as a woman is a woman. Okay, so let's go ahead and get that straight. I found out the owner, because this community was a woman only community, I found out from the owner that she said that she only wanted, air quote, real women. And I fucking hate that. I hate that shit so much. I hate that shit so much. I hate it. I absolutely hate when people say that. Especially when cis het women say that shit. It pisses me off so bad. But I found out that she said she only wanted real women in this community. Mind you, when she said that, she was talking about how she only wanted women in this community that were assigned female at birth. I don't give a flying fuck what someone was assigned at birth. If that person identifies as a woman, they are a woman. So, like I said, all of this shit was the stuff I was finding out around the time that I got kicked out. So I ended up learning that information, and that shit pissed me off because that really goes against my brand overall. That goes against me and my morals, and I most definitely do not want to be in close connections with transphobic entrepreneurs. So yeah, no. So I ended up finding out some more information like around this time when I left. Y'all are almost at the name of it. Ooh. But this community was supposed to be getting us model opportunities. And you guys know that I do consider myself a model, but listen, I be going through it. I have been wanting to find more opportunities and stuff like that. I'm still like building like my not my profile. I'm still building my profile. I'm still trying to make sure I have enough like, you know, pictures to make sure I can be able to get myself like submitted to like an agency. But it's a lot harder for me to do that because I am like, you know, not tall whatsoever. So that really like kind of holds me back a lot from like wanting to do more with modeling. And that's part of the reason why I wanted to join this community, because I found out that we would have modeling opportunities. But when I got there, there was no modeling being done. The most modeling that was done was the photo shoot for my shop, and I wasn't in that. So like that was the most modeling that was ever done when I was there. There were other things that were modeling going on, but like let me tell you what happened. There is this other black owned business, and they are a swimsuit company, and they had the owner model for them with their swimsuits, and the owner basically ended up getting a lot of the swimsuits for free, and I'm like, yeah, use the women in the community to model them, yada yada yada. Please, would anybody like to tell me why the owner was trying to charge the people in the community $75 for the swimsuits? Mind you, she got them for free. She was trying to charge all of the people $75 for a shoot. And I was just like, that's not how that works, boo. So like, I was like, oh, that's just ghetto. That's just ghetto right there. But like, it's all of this stuff sounding like very like odd to you. I really need to get on here and talk to you guys about the entire communication system. Yeah, it sucked ass. Like, this shit was ass. I hated it, okay? Let me tell you something about this. Please tell me why the owner was trying to run this business like a mafia. Like, somebody please help me comprehend that shit right there. Please help me figure out what was the purpose of that. You could have easily just talked to us. Why are you trying to run this like a mafia? Boo, this is not Gangsta the manga, okay? You are not Warwick Arcangelo. He was not in the mafia, but he had to deal with mafias, okay? Now we over here making fucking anime references now. But you know what? I'm gonna make some fandom references too. If you were so interested in the mafia, like, you know, type story, you could have watched some mafia movies. You could have read some mafia books. You could have played some of the mafia games that be on episode, you know, the video game that you can play on your phone. Yeah, and you gotta wait 2 hours to get more coins to get to the next story. You could have did that. Lots of people like to write mafia fan fiction. Yeah, you could have read something. Boo. Why are you trying to live out this mafia fantasy that you want so bad? But do you really want that? Do you actually know what a mafia is? Do you actually know how dangerous a mafia is? Okay, anyway. But they set their system up to run up like a mafia when it came to contact. Mind you, this is, like I said, this is a small business. So therefore, because this is a small business, usually most of the time it is like, you know, pretty easy and important to be able to get in touch with the person who owns that business or the damn CEO. Since they basically was the equivalent of that, they were the owner, of course. Yeah, mind you, it is very easy to get in contact with me about my business. You have a question or concern about my business, just send me an email. I can look at it on my phone and respond to you hopefully within a day. Like I said, I have run my own business. You guys send me emails about your products. You guys send me emails about the things that you order from me. I respond to them because that is my job to do that as the owner of my brand. You get that? They basically didn't want us to talk to them. She did not want us fucking talking to her. She did not. And we're gonna get into that because I told you how she started calling us bitches and hoes and stuff like that when we weren't around. She also said that we were nobodies. And she said the only reason that she really had us there was to make her look good. And I'm like, Okay, we're doing all this work in this community for you to like not even appreciate it. And how could you talk so downly on the people that are here helping you, making you who you are? Because boo, you wouldn't get here if it wasn't for us. But anyway, that was a little salty. I didn't have to say that, but I did anyway. But moving forward, back to like the entire communication thing, it was very difficult to get in contact with her. Okay, so like I said, you're the owner. It's probably only about 20 of us here, and then it's just so difficult to even get a message to her. If we were trying to talk to her about anything, because she was basically given that don't talk to me, you have something to tell me, you go tell somebody else, and then they want to tell me you are not a celebrity. You are not a celebrity. And as somebody who has met numerous famous people before, they don't act like that. A lot of them don't act like that. Like, maybe if they're like a very, very high class celebrity, like Princess Diana, I'd say, you are not Diana, boo. Absolutely fucking not. You're not even close to being anything like Diana. So let's start there. Okay, I'm just being salty at this point. Okay, anyway, moving back. She had co-captains that were there, and if we needed to get some information through to her, we had to send the information to the co-captain, and then the co-captain would send it to her, and then 9 times out of 10, it would just be really, really difficult to like for her to approve stuff because she wouldn't fucking look at it. Like, I don't know what the fuck she was out here doing. She was not taking care of her business though. Like, I'll go ahead and tell you that. If you run a small business, a lot of your obligations are for your business. You get that? Huh? Okay, but like I said, it's not none of my business to speak on what she does outside of this, but I'm just like, babe, this is your business. You need to attest to this. What's going on here? So yeah, that was that weird ass communication system, and I was irritated with it. But mind you, like I said, I had the rose colored glasses on. I did, like I said, ignorance was bliss. I did not know much of any of like the bad stuff that was going on until everything just exploded in the end, when there was a big situation where the owner showed her ass. She basically showed that she was a horrible fucking person, and I was already just very, very iffy and wary of this, and this is what had led to me getting kicked out. So I ended up in a Discord call with a few other ex-members of this community. Mind you, they had already left, but I was still there, and I was just very, like, I felt very uncomfortable. I felt very, very uneasy with all the stuff that I was ended up finding out about this community. And then not long before that, I did find out some of the things that she had said about me. And then this phone call really, like, kind of confirmed the way she felt about me and the other people in this community. And that is when I was like, you know what? I'm done. I just became very inactive. I wouldn't say nothing. I wouldn't talk to her. I wouldn't do this and that and third, because I was just very, very irritated with what I heard on that phone call. So mind you, the way the phone call happened was very much inappropriate. She had continued to call this one person. One of the people that she used to, like, you know, get the messages through, we had to contact this person, and then she would contact her, and it proved whatever bullshit. Like I said, why are you running your business like a mafia, boo? Do you not realize that mafias are technically not, like, you know, you know what? Let me not go there. Anyway, continuing. So what frustrates me the most about this is that she kept calling the person numerous times, and it was getting irritated, and it just was borderline harassment at this point. If you calling somebody like fucking 6 times in a row, and you know that they're good and well not on good terms with you, that was harassment. So this person kept calling over and over and over again. The owner kept calling this person over and over again specifically, and they finally picked up, and the next thing you know, she is just screaming at her, yelling at her, cussing at her, and it was very, very disturbing. But a lot of the stuff that she had said was very much frustrating. So she was, like I said, she is talking down about me and the other members that were in the community, talking about, oh, we are nothing, we are nobodies. You, like the person that she called that was on the phone, she didn't know that we was listening on the conversation though. She was like, I don't understand why you care so much about them. They don't matter. Like, they're just nobodies. Whatever. She was like, yeah, that's me and you. We are the main ones that make this shit right here. I don't know about the rest of them. Yada, yada, yada. And I was like, boo, you wasn't really getting that much modeling opportunities until yeah. Anyway, don't be salty. Keep it together, girl. But anyways, she was just going off on this phone call, just screaming. And then mind you, the person that she called, she could not get in a word. She could not get in a fucking word at all. So yeah, she's just going off, saying the most disrespectful ass shit about the women that were in the community. And I was like, if you feel this way about the people who are working for you and making your business look good, I want nothing to do with this shit. So she kept doing that over and over and over again, just saying like the most, what is the word? The most buffoonish shit. The most buffoonish shit. And the shit she was saying wasn't making no sense. She was just saying a whole bunch of cuss words and a whole bunch of insults. It was a plethora of fuckery. Okay, that's exactly what it was. And she ended up saying some really disrespectful shit about one of the few people that actually called her out for her behavior within this community. And she got so pissed about her and was like, oh, she was nothing. She's nobody. She this and that and the third. And I was like, boo. The person that you're talking shit about knows how to make their own fucking costumes. You can't. So yeah, I went there. I fucking went there. I don't care no more. It's my channel. It's my story time. But after that phone call, that is when I like lost it. I was crying because I felt very uncomfortable, and I was like, this does not align with the Harry on the Hook brand. This does not align with the Harry brand. And while I did care about my brand in this moment, it was more so about just personal stuff. I was like, do I just want to associate with a person like this? Because I was like, I don't know. Absolutely not. It just made me feel very uneasy, and I just wasn't here for it. And then, like, I thought back to a lot of the other stuff that I was hearing about people that were saying really, really bad things about her. And one of those things had to be that she lacked professionalism. And I can confirm that that shit was true because I witnessed it with my own ears. So that shit happened. It was just a hot ass mess. I was just done with it. I was just tired, and I just became very inactive within this community. But also there were some things that were going on around that time period, and with me personally, and then there was some things going on with her, the owner, personally too, just as well. And I reached out to her about her shit. She barely reached out to me about any of that. And you're familiar with this channel, you most likely know what the fuck it is. And it was just a very, like, it was already a very straining time on me, and it's still like a very straining time on me now because it's not that much time that has passed from then, but it was a lot going on. Okay, so that it just like made everything feel as if it was just a lot worse than it actually was, because I was already dealing with so much personally, and they were dealing with so much stuff personally too. And I'm not holding that against them for like the way they had acted and all that, but mind you, this was just other things that I have heard before that occurrence had happened with them. So moving forward, we had a Telegram. I'm pretty sure we had like a Telegram. It was a chat, but the one that was very difficult to talk to her in, the owner. Yeah, I was removed from it. I was kicked out of it. I'm pretty sure that she deleted it, but I was kicked out, and that just basically was like, yeah, that was the end of it for me. I was kicked out, that is true. But the other people that were still in there that were, you know, not really intimidating to her, she let them back in and like contacted them and all that. So she didn't even bother doing that to me. And like I said, I just left it alone after that. I just was like, you know what, be the bigger person, just move forward. And you remember that shit that you heard off the Boondocks when he was like, being the bigger person is overrated sometimes? Oh, I felt that. I understand that. I felt that shit. But I told myself to be the bigger person and just let it go, because like I said, I have my own brand and business to focus on, and I just wanted to do that. There's just a lot of things that I wanted to do with the Harry brand this year, and I have been doing a lot of those things, just kind of like ignoring the owner and her shenanigans and whatnot, and just moving forward with what I had to do. But then when I found out that she lied about why I was kicked out, that just kind of like made me snap. You know how Elsa had snapped in Frozen? That's what happened. I snapped too, and I was just like, you know what, I am just going to sit here and, you know, speak, because you are full of shit. I'm just gonna say that you're full of shit. And like I said, don't sit here and act as if I didn't do shit for your brand, because I did. I did a lot for you. We're gonna leave it at that. So I could say a lot more things, but you know, like Sarah Lynn, when she's like, I'm just smiling because I'm actually like pissed off. That's me right now. Don't sit here and fucking act like I did something wrong to you, because I did not. I did nothing but make your brand look well. I was the one that did your fucking job when we were at that event, when you just sat there and smoked and drank the entire time, and I was actually doing what I needed to do, the job I was there to do. Like, don't sit here and play with me. Don't. I know who I am, you're not going to sit here and say that I was causing the disturbance. You're not going to sit here and say I was causing the complaint. Okay? You got that? You fucking got that? Alright, that's the end of that. That was the cute little story time for you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. We will be back with regular scheduled programming after this video. And I know you guys like my salty story time sometimes. So yeah, I had a salty story time for you guys. Deeply appreciate it. If you guys want to check out the clearance sale and see what's left, yeah, I will get it shipped out to you guys when I can. I promise that. And then also the garage sale. It's on Mercari. I will have the link to the garage sale down below just as well if you're interested in that too. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. And if this was a waste of your time, I'm so sorry, because it was a waste of all of our time. But like I said, this is the last that I am going to say about this. I am moving forward with working on my stuff. I can't wait to get these other videos out to you guys. You know, like the actual educational ones. This one, you can learn something from it. If there are red flags on a small business, don't fuck with them. But yeah, that's all I gotta say. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. And have a great day, night, whatever time of the day you chose to watch this. I'm just thankful that you watched it with the ads on. Alright, thank you. Goodbye.